glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining me. I want to briefly talk about this meeting they're going to have Monday and Tuesday in Pakistan. And be aware of the major BS that's going to be coming out of the government. Our economy runs on energy. We need energy. And many countries are running out of their products to keep that energy going. I do not see an end of this war coming anytime soon. But you're going to be told by the talking heads there in Washington that talks, communication, negotiations are going really good, which is going to be nothing but major BS. The talks tomorrow between U.S. and Iran is set for technical level talks in Islamabad, so I'm going to dive into what this means. President Donald Trump announced on Sunday that U.S. representatives will arrive in Pakistan tomorrow, Monday evening, to prepare for the next rounds of negotiations with Iran. The move revives hopes for a breakthrough in the fragile peace process aimed at ending the 2026 Iran war, just days before the current 2-week ceasefire is due to expire around April 22nd. Like I always said, you can have hope and wishes and dreams in one hand and a pile of poop in the other, and you squish them together, and what do you got? Well, you still got a pile of poop. This upcoming session marks round 2 of the Islamabad process, Pakistan's mediated talks between Washington and Tehran. Unlike the high-profile first round held on April 11th and 12th, which featured Vice President J.D. Vance, Special Envoy Steve Witkoff, and Jared Kushner on the U.S. side. The new meeting are expected to focus on technical and working level teams only. What technical teams mean? Technical level talks involve specialists and mid-level experts rather than top political leaders. These teams handle the details, often tedious work of drafting agreement language, negotiating specific timelines, verification mechanisms, and technical compromises. Issues on the table include limits on Iran's uranium enrichment, sanction relief, maritime security in the Strait of Hormuz, and steps to make the ceasefire permanent. Progress at this level can produce a draft framework that senior officials later review or sign. Exact membership for Monday's round has not been fully disclosed, but U.S. participants are likely to include experts from the State Department Treasury, their sanction specialists, National Security Council, and energy security advisors. On the Iranian side, nuclear and economic technicians, possibly including figures who support the or who supported the first round, such as the deputy foreign minister or central bank officials, are expected. Pakistan will continue its active mediation role with Prime Minister Sharif and Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir having recently engaged both capitals to keep momentum alive. The first round in Islamabad lasted 21 hours but ended without a deal. The U.S. accused Iran of rejecting core demands, particularly a firm long-term commitment to abandon nuclear weapons development, whereas Iran described U.S. positions as excessive and pointed to the ongoing American naval blockade of its ports as a sign of bad faith. Both sides left the door open for further talks. Trump has struck an optimistic yet firm tone, stating that a fair and reasonable deal is possible, but warning of stronger measures, including potential strikes on Iranian infrastructure. Iran has signaled openness to continue dialogue through Pakistani channels, while insisting on addressing the blockade and seeking more comprehensive sanctions relief. So what should we expect this week? Well, delegations are reportedly arriving Sunday or Monday with technical sessions, possibly beginning Monday evening or Tuesday. The atmosphere in Islamabad is one of heightened security, with additional forces deployed and key routes prepared for foreign visitors. No full high-level summit is confirmed yet, and this round is designed to narrow gaps and produce concrete text. Success could lead to an extension of the ceasefire and eventual senior level meetings that would come later. Failure, however, risks the resumption of hostilities as the April 22nd deadline approaches, with global energy markets already jittery over disruptions in the Strait of Hormuz. On Friday, when Trump announced that the strait was open, oil prices dropped from about $100 a barrel to somewhere around $80 a barrel. But with countries running drastically short on fuel for energy, all they did was kick the can down the road. So I wonder what BS is going to come out of Washington, because I don't see anything coming of these meetings. They're only technical meetings, and they don't have any high-level officials. I think about what's going to happen with the stock market on Monday. Well, it'll probably climb some more because people just love to have good news, even if it is lies. But those of the middle class and the lower poor populations, you need to be prepared because of inflation and what's coming down the road. There in the Middle East, a lot of the fields have already been capped. The longer that they're shut down means the longer it's going to take for them to reopen when they do reopen the oil fields. And if shipping does ever open there in the Strait of Hormuz, it's going to take months, possibly years, for things to get back to normal. The refineries that have been either damaged or destroyed there in the Middle East could take weeks or even years for them to be rebuilt. So what are your thoughts? Put your comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you later. God bless you. Bye.